Welcome back. Here is our rational expression we want to subtract. So we have two fractions connected by subtraction. And there is no such thing as subtraction in fraction world. You always rewrite this as addition. So subtract means to add the opposite. So the first fraction remains the same. I leave the x squared plus x over x squared minus 25. I'm going to change subtraction into addition. I'm going to do this by adding the opposite, the additive inverse. So now when I go to make the opposite, remember we're only changing the numerator. The numerator now has two terms up there. There's a binomial. So you're going to make the whole binomial the additive inverse. So we know the opposite of x squared is negative x squared, but then the opposite of negative 5 is positive 5. The biggest mistake everyone makes here is you all see this negative and you float it with the x squared and you forget you're also making the 5 the opposite. Subtract means you're subtracting this whole numerator. You have to change both signs. You're not going to change the denominator because we never float a negative down, and we want the denominator to stay the same. Now it says, adding fractions easy as can be. All you need is an LCD. Well, we have it. Both denominators are x squared plus 25. So I'm going to write my bottom. I'm going to collect my top. So I'm going to take my x squared plus x. I'm going to add to that my negative x squared plus 5. Just to show you, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 monomials I'm collecting. Are all 4 alike? No. So we got to put together the ones that are alike. So x squared is just like a negative x squared. Remember, their coefficients are 1. Well, 1 minus 1 would be 0x squared. Do I need to write that? No. So that will cancel out. There are no more x squareds. So what I have left in the numerator is x plus 5. Can you add the letter x to the number 5? No. Now you've got to be careful how you write in algebra. You're saying to add x plus 5, which you can't. They're not alike. But if you write this in the numerator, you're going to get marked wrong. That does not say x plus 5. That says 5x, which is connected by multiplication. And you did no multiplying here. You're adding. So listen to what you're saying. I want to add x. I want to add it to positive 5. That's the only way I could write that expression, x plus 5. Now, I leave my denominator. So I did. Adding fractions, easy as can be. All you need is an LCD. We have it. Write the bottom, collect the top. Got it. Now my job is to reduce. Reduce means to do division. Division means I must be connected by multiplication. X plus 5 is a binomial, not connected by multiplication. X squared minus 25 is a binomial. That's not connected by multiplication. What can we do to rewrite these expressions as multiplication? Oh, we can use our factoring skills. Great. So let's go to the numerator. X plus 5. Do we have a GCF? No. Is it difference of perfect squares? No. Is it a trinomial? No. It can't be grouping. It doesn't have 4 terms. And it's not a sum of perfect cubes because 5 is not a perfect cube number. So that means this expression is as low as it can go, but Ms. Black's going to put it in parentheses to say those pieces are glued together. You can't separate them. Let's look at our denominator, x squared minus 25. Do we have a GCF? No. Do we have a difference of perfect squares? Yes, we do. So I can put my 2 parentheses. X squared is x times x. 25 is 5 times 5. That's your definition of perfect square. Something times itself. I have a negative, so one's got to be a plus and one's going to be a minus. So this is gone now because we factored it. Once I rewrite my denominator as multiplication, I notice, hey, I have the same binomial in the numerator and the same binomial in the denominator. They will divide out and make a 1. Now, normally we don't write the 1, and that's okay. But here comes the next boo-boo. Everybody will see what is left after division is x minus 5. But where is it located, everybody? That's right, it's located in the denominator, which means you have to keep it in the denominator. So when you write this final answer and you put your x minus 5 in the denominator, then what do you put in the numerator? Well, because we were doing division and we divided the same amount, we know that's always 1. That's what goes in the numerator. So here is your difference from subtracting these two algebraic fractions. One more quick note. I want everybody not to get confused with the rules of adding and subtracting and multiplying and dividing. If you look, another common mistake you guys want to do is when you see the subtraction symbol, first thing you want to do is you want to start dividing. First of all, you should know nothing here can divide because nothing is connected by multiplication. Okay, and that's important. We never once, with adding or subtracting, divide first. We always add and subtract. We bring the fractions together first, and then once we get one fraction, we divide. I don't want to hear anything about cross-canceling here. I cannot cancel that x squared with that x squared. We are not doing division. We are not connected by multiplication. So beware of that. All right, I'll see you in the next video.